Welcome back. Great to have you with us on SABC's Prime Biz. Now, the Department of Energy says it's learned hard lessons on how inconsistency can impact investment into energy negatively. It's reiterated its commitment to use a diverse energy mix and achieve policy certainty just days after signing 27 agreements with IPPs or independent power producers. The Director General at the Energy Department, Thabani Zulu, was addressing the 6th annual Africa Power Roundtable in Johannesburg on behalf of Minister of Energy, Radebe.
The department is calling on investors to make investments into its diversified energy mix. Zulu assured that investment decisions will no longer be on what it calls a stop-start basis, as this has had a negative impact in the past.
Our investment decisions at a multinational corporation will no longer be on a stop-start basis. We have observed that this creates uncertainty, and to a certain extent it affects potential investment that this country can be proud of. We have learned some lessons in the process, and the lessons that we have learned therefore have assisted us to make sure that in the future such a repeat does not occur.
Zulu told delegates that his department's priority now is to finalize the Independent Resource Plan. The IRP is a national electricity plan that directs the expansion of electricity supply. The long-term electricity planning goal is to ensure sustainable development considering technical, economic and social constraints.
We are currently in the process of now finalizing our integrated resource plan to further entrench our clear message that we want to make sure that in the energy space in our country there is policy certainty. This process has started for quite some time with engagement with different stakeholders. It was also presented to Cabinet last year in December, and further consultations to conclude on the integrated resource plan.
On a continent level, energy security in Africa still lags behind its European counterparts. While South Africa seems to be on a sturdier power footing, other countries still struggle.
A country like South Africa has 50 million people. We've got about 52,000 megawatts on the national grid, so we are the most powered country on the continent. However, if you look at our counterparts in the west of Africa, Nigeria is an example, which is a country of 180 million plus people, and they've only got 12,000 megawatts. And Nigeria is not just the only African country. You can look to Ghana, you can look to Kenya and other parts on the continent. So definitely there's room for investment, but what the key challenge has been for Africa and attracting investment is finding bankable projects that will be financed and worked and actually see being put on the national grid.
Mabena Olagunju says Africa needs clearer regulatory policy and clearer backing from government in order for power projects to be successful.
Now,